Go get him, Mark. Go get him, Jennifer.
Oh my gosh, I get a microphone.
Big round of applause, guys. All right, Mark and Jennifer have a really awesome story. Would you guys mind sharing?
I would
Great.
love to share the story. This is always on my vision board because I love to get up in front of a crowd. I'm a preschool teacher, so to get in my zone, you guys have to help me out. I'm going to sing a little song. Join in if you know the words. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Oh, you guys get recess. My name's Jennifer Ostrowski, and this is my husband, Mark. And I would love to share our story. Is that okay with you guys? Yeah. All right, so here we are. Look at Mark's prom uniform there we got going on. The kids saw that picture and they said, Dad, you are so weird. Mark and I met in high school sweethearts. We were high school athletes. We had that youthful optimism that we could do anything, and we had that sense of adventure that our life was going to be amazing. And we got married, went to college, got married, and had our kids. And then what happened, Mark?
So how many of you have children? Right, almost all of us, right? And anybody knows when you have children, then you get busy. And that's exactly what happened. And so suddenly, we were consumed with PTO meetings and after-school activities. And we went, our three children, we have three, Alex is 23, Andrew is 20, and our daughter Allison is 16. And as they continued to progress in age, we did everything known under the sun. We did gymnastics, we did soccer, we did basketball, we did baseball, we did football. We did all kinds of clubs, and we really didn't take any time for ourselves. We had zero time for ourselves. And so suddenly, we went from being these like college active people, college educated active people, and went to a place where we hadn't been before. And suddenly, Jennifer was a size 14, and I was 52 suit, 48 waist, 280 pounds.
We spent a lot of Saturdays napping, because that's what we felt like doing.
What do you want to do today? How about a nap?
How about a nap? And our story started when our oldest son, Alex, went to his former baseball coach, Alvy Shepard, and said, I'm worried about my dad. And then Alvy started calling us and texting us and calling us until we finally met with him and said, what the heck do you want from us?
But it gets better because actually he was very persistent. We were really resistant, and we didn't want to kind of open our minds and open our hearts to what Alvy had to say. And so, at first, when, as Chris said, talk about the business side of things, Alvy had just been starting out, and he was saying, join my nutritional cleanse team. And I'd be like, dude, you're weird. So, fortunately, though, unbeknownst to us, Alex had gone to him. And so he continued to be persistent, and we listened to what he had to say. And suddenly, when we heard that our kids were worried about our health, that's when we really had an aha moment for ourselves. And, when you look at today's society compared to when all of us were growing up, it's really hard to be a kid today, And parents should worry about their kids. Kids should worry about their parents. So we decided to make a change.
So we got busy. There we go, we got busy.
Yeah, you did.
We have never felt better. We got our youthful optimism back, our sense of adventure. We're traveling, we're doing so many things together. And on the way down here, Alvy and I were talking, we're all talking in the car, and I just said, we just celebrated 26 years of marriage, but we've known each other 35 years. a point in time when Mark and I were so separate on these separate islands in our marriage that I was really afraid that once all these kids had grown up, how we were going to get back together and have things in common and hobbies and want to be with each other because we had drifted apart. So I'm happy to tell you that we have a blast together. We're in the gym lifting weights and we go for runs together and we travel, and I did my first sprint triathlon. I've never done anything like that before, and Isagenix asked Mark to do a photo shoot for his 107-pound weight loss. And when we started showing up at things, at football games, people are like, what the heck are you guys doing? And I've always told, I've always been an open book. So oh, we're doing this great program, I can sign you up and get money back. It doesn't work, but it works. And so, we just started building this team, and it's growing and growing. And Mark and I always say, if Isagenix didn't pay us a dime, would we still do this? You bet your bottom dollar we would. Because we're growing a team of people that, like us, really felt terrible, and we're watching them get text messages and photos that they're sending us, and their lives are getting better, and they feel amazing. And we are so grateful and so blessed to have Isagenix in our life.
And suddenly we were no longer sitting on the couch,
Yeah.
We were biking and hiking and doing other things.
We're in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Here we are. Love it.
And suddenly you go from a size 14 to a size 4, or you go from a size 52 suit to a size 40, or a 48-inch waist to a 30. It's amazing. It's the best I've ever felt in my whole life.
Yeah, so we are grateful. Thank you for letting us share our story.
Great job, guys. I did want to just say one last thing.
Wait, we got to sing our song though.
Hold on. There's some amazing people within Isagenix, but I just have to say that I'm forever grateful to not only this company and these products, but forever grateful to Albie Shepard. He helped save my life.
So, love Isagenix, shout hooray!
Hooray!
Louder! If you love Isagenix, shout hooray!
Hooray!
If you love Isagenix, then your whole body's gonna show it. If you love Isagenix, shout hooray!
Hooray!
Thank you.
There you go, guys. Way to rock it.
You guys give it up one more time for Mark and Jennifer. How awesome is that? Did you find yourself in any part of their story by show of hands? Isn't that incredible? And when Lisa shared her story earlier, did any of you find yourself in part of hers?
Yes.
That's my favorite part about these events, is who cares about the facts and the figures about the